Yeah, g'day. One of the great things about Airsoft is the wide range of Airsoft pistols and rifles that not only look like but actually imitate the action of real steel weapons. Tonight's topic is carry conditions for Airsoft pistols, and to demonstrate I'm going to be using a variety of different pistols, Airsoft pistols, including the Valta P99, the Valta P38, the CZ75, and of course the perennial favourite Colt 1911 A1. These have been chosen because they represent a wide range of weapon types. Colonel Jeff Cooper came up with a list of conditions that a pistol may be in. 5 different conditions. The conditions are as follows. Condition 4, chamber empty, no magazine, hammer down. This is condition 4. It is not a carry condition. This is a I'm cleaning it or I'm putting it away condition. Condition 3 is chamber empty, again, full magazine inserted, and the hammer left down. This can be a carry condition for some people. There are some who like to keep the weapon with the hammer down, nothing in the chamber, but a loaded magazine, so that when they need to they can just quickly pull it out, cycle the action, and it's ready to go. Cocking the gun and making it all ready, the safety catch is already off. This is not recommended by some people and loved by others. Condition 2. Round in the chamber, full magazine inserted, and hammer down. This is the common means of carrying double action, single action, double action only, or modern decocking pistols. For many pistols, condition 2 comes in 2 flavours, or states if you prefer to be more technical. Safety catch off or safety catch on. Jeff Cooper's definition does not stipulate which of those 2 states the safety catch needs to be in for carry. A single action pistol such as the 1911 cannot be fired from this condition, so it is irrelevant whether or not the safety catch is on or off. A double action pistol, however, can be fired if the safety catch is not engaged or if there is no manual safety catch. It would be a mistake to think that Colonel Cooper omitted the state of the safety catch when considering this condition. Colonel Cooper was quite well aware of double action, single action pistols, and very meticulous when it came to his matters of firearms usage. So this omission is undoubtedly deliberate. Condition 1. A round in the chamber, loaded magazine in place, hammer back, safety catch engaged. This is the preferred carry condition for 1911 style pistols. It is not often possible with double action pistols, as many of them are set up so that if you engage the safety, it decocks the action and drops them back to condition 2. Pistols such as the Valta P99 that has a decocking button on the top, or the Sig Sauer P226 and 228 and similar that have a decocking lever on the side, also cannot be set for condition 1. Double action pistol that can be set to condition 1 is the CZ75. It's unusual amongst a lot of them in that you can slide the safety up whilst it's in condition 1, to put it into condition 1, and the hammer does not drop forward. And the CZ75 is designed to be carried in condition 1 similarly to a 1911. Condition 0. Round in the chamber, full magazine, hammer back, safety catch, off. This weapon is now ready to fire in single action mode with a short, gentle squeeze on the trigger. It's not a carry condition, it's a take it out and shoot condition. So, what condition to carry them in? Obviously 4 and 0 are out of the question, and for the other 3 it depends on your style of play. If you're anticipating that in the course of play you'll have plenty of time to draw the pistol before engaging other skirmishers, then you can carry it in any condition, including condition 3, and be sure that you'll have plenty of time to remove it from your holster, ready it before engaging. However, if you're using it as an emergency backup for your primary weapon, for example if it jams or you run out of ammunition and you need to suddenly draw and fire, you might want to go for condition 2 or condition 1 for carrying. The type of pistol you have will affect what options you have for carrying. Decocking style pistols with no external safety or manual safety, such as the P99 or the Sig Sauer P226 or a Beretta PX4, always are carried condition 2. However, once cycled and chambered, they are now cocked and in condition 0, which is not a carry condition. So the way to carry them safely is to locate the cocking lever, or button in this case, and decock them or uncock the pistol. This is now in condition 2 carry. However, it has no external manual safety. Well, actually, because of laws governing airsoft pistols, it does have an external manual safety, but the original pistol doesn't have one, so I don't use that. So this thing is now ready to be carried like the real deal, and it's also ready for when you pull it out. It's ready to fire with one long, sustained, double action pull on the trigger, which of course will then fire the pistol, cock it, and set it into single action mode for the subsequent shots. Double action, single action pistols such as the P38 or the CZ75 can be carried quite easily in condition 2. The question for you is, are you going to carry it with the safety engaged or with the safety off? The distinction between those two states is quite simple. If you are drawing it quickly and the safety is engaged, you are going to need to take the safety off before you can fire the pistol. If you're trying to do it in a hurry, you may fail to do so and miss the shot. This is not a life or death situation. You're just going to lose a few points and have to respawn, but it can still be kind of embarrassing. With the pistol in condition 2 with the safety off, it can be drawn and, like the P99, fired just with long single action, so double action draw on the trigger. In order to set the CZ75 to double action, to condition 2 I should say, it has to be very carefully lowered down to a half cock position. From there it's a longer sustained pull to fire, rather than from condition 0, which is a short crisp pull. So in this half cock position, this is condition 2 for a CZ75, and once again you've got the option of safety on or safety off. My personal preference when carrying condition 2 is to have the safety off. The reason being, we have a wide variety of different guns out there. They've got different controls on them. This P38 is down for safe, up for fire, which means you sweep your thumb up to lift up the safety catch. CZ75 is the opposite. It's down for fire and up for safe, which means you swing your thumb downwards to disengage the safety. The safety catch is also mounted on the frame of the CZ75, on the slide on the P38. There is no manual safety on the P99, so you can well imagine that in the heat of a game, when drawing a pistol to cope with a sudden cessation of primary weapon, which way am I supposed to flick my thumb to disengage the safety? Where is the safety on the weapon? Is there a safety on the weapon? And in order to avoid all of that confusion, I just don't bother with the safety. Now, there would be those who'd say that is not a safe way to carry a pistol in a holster. However, these are very well crafted airsoft pistols by the likes of Maruzen and KSC, and they are just as reliable as the real steel for being carried without accidental discharge. The only way that this thing is going to go bang with the safety catch off is if you put your finger on the trigger and make a sustained pull on the trigger to cock and then fire the pistol. It will not accidentally go off in your holster. The only way you're going to accidentally shoot yourself whilst drawing it out of the holster is if you allow your finger to cover the trigger while you're drawing it, and if that's the case, your technique for drawing is completely stuffed and you need to work on it seriously, because if this thing comes out of your holster and your finger is not along the side of the pistol, you're doing it wrong. You're being very, very dangerous, and I hope like hell you never get your hands on a real gun. So, when drawn from the holster, it should be perfectly safe to be handled, pointed in any direction, though you should be pointing it in a safe enough direction so you're not going to clobber your teammates, and the only time your finger goes onto the trigger is when it's pointed downrange at an appropriately attired opponent who's wearing all the safety gear. The same basic principles that are applied to handling real steel weapons should always be applied to airsoft pistols. Although they may not be lethal, they can still cause serious injury. I'm perfectly confident in carrying the CZ75 with the hammer half cocked in condition 2 with the safety off, likewise the P38 and the P99 with its complete lack of external safety catch, and handling it safely until such time as I require to fire it. And because the safety catch is off, I am assured that when I do wish to fire it, it will fire. Now, for the 1911 style pistols, the standard mode of carry is condition 1. Hammer cocked back, safety catch applied. You draw, you must disengage the safety before being able to fire. Now, I'm not familiar with every airsoft variant of 1911 out there, and there may be some that through some design quirk can be carried condition 2. I don't know. However, if they are accurate representations of the real steel 1911, they will be set for condition 1 carry only. Unless of course you're going to carry at condition 3 and only cycle the action and chamber a BB at the time you desire to fire. So that pretty much wraps up the different carry conditions for airsoft pistols. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this and found it informative, and I certainly hope that in your next skirmishing game you have a great time and enjoy yourself. Have a great night.